Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. We are doing something new and different today. Hello, Kid Senpai. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you are watching Grandma Plays a Game.
Please save the game.
Hello, my love, Wolfiko Haku. We are not doing any of the usuals for our Patreon today because Um, I want to do gameplay as well, so we
Got a
are
bad
doing.
feeling about this.
I know, Wolfie, settle. 12, 16 months. Buddy! Thank you so much. You know you don't need to do that, but you're using your Prime, so that's awesome. It's over 9,000. We are doing our Patreon stream on Twitch today instead of on YouTube because I want to play the game. So I'm combining our Patreon discussion and examination. I was thinking about this being Games Lab and calling this our anatomy lab. Instead of dissecting a frog, we're going to dissect the game. You patiently waited for me to be back on Twitch. I know I have one that's due tomorrow. My only Prime sub goes to Sarajevo. And but anyway, welcome to Grandma Plays a Game. Also today, Grandma's Games Lab, where we are going to be looking at the amazing, dark, and beautiful game of This War of Mine from 2014. And as you know me, I can't just enjoy a game. I have to get in and go, okay, if I really love something and it's beautiful, I want to know all about the people who made it. Moomin sends love. Thank you, Moomin. Will you stop that? It's not a big deal. Shush. I don't want to hear about it. I know it's my fault you think that way, so Um, anyway, that's not what the Patreon crew is here for. That's typical stream stuff. Enjoy making food. I just enjoyed some leftover corned beef hash with a fried egg. Oh my gosh, if you haven't had that in a minute, give that a go. So what are we talking about? What is this war of mine? Silly bit. I know, but I think I left a bit of a mark with that because of the state that I was in. So my humble apologies, always. Um, but let's head over here for a moment and take a look. So Grandma's Games Lab today, we're looking at games and history, and we are looking at this war of mine. But what I want to do first is hear from the developers of the game. We have a video that includes commentary. So let's do that first and allow you to hear what the devs have to say about this game that they made and why they made it.
Hello, my name is Karol Zęczkowski and I work at 11-bit Studios, creators of This War of Mine. We know that many of you have a lot of questions about the game, so we've gathered the most frequent ones and will answer them in this short video. Let's begin. This War of Mine shows war from the perspective of civilians. It is all about people who struggle to survive another day in a city under siege. You control a group of civilians wrestling with the grim reality of war. You look for food, shelter and equipment, anything that can be useful in a world of constant and universal want. In this unfriendly reality, you have to make tough decisions that deeply affect the lives of the people you meet. When you look at the games about war that are out today, it's usually the same scheme. The good guys, the cowboys of the 21st century, fight the bad guys to preserve freedom and democracy. There are no moral shades of grey, just cool guns and explosions. We know that's not true. When you read about wars, both old and those raging today, you get a completely different image. War is hell for everyone involved, but especially for the civilians caught in the middle. However, this hasn't been reflected in any game so far. We don't know why. Maybe people don't understand this issue. Maybe they feel that covering it is too risky. We've decided it's time to change that. When war breaks out, many things we liked to have in our ordinary lives, like new phones or cool cars, become irrelevant. And a lot of things we took for granted are no longer there. You still need a safe and warm place to sleep. You still have to eat and drink, to see a doctor when you're ill. Getting all that, finding food, medicine, clean water, safe shelter and some weapon to protect it, will be the biggest challenge, but not the only one. In this war of mine, every time you start a new game, you get a random group of people with different backgrounds and in different condition. One of them is, for example, a local football star. Thanks to his training, he runs faster than others, which may save his life during scavenging. You will have to take individual abilities and weaknesses into consideration when choosing the role for each member. People may join or leave your group because of the decisions you make. They can even commit suicide when they can't handle the reality of war anymore. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more info about this war.
Okay. Come back up here.
Mine because we still have.
Okay, the mic is back on, isn't it? Yes. All right, very good. So, this is one of the reasons that, oh good, it is the very next video. Okay, so we're going to listen to the second commentary that they have. This is just another 2 to 3 minutes, just shy of 3 minutes. And I think it's important to hear what the devs have to say about their own game, again, which is why I love Danny O'Dwyer's No Clip Studios and the interview series that they do. This is what 11-Bit Studios did themselves just to answer questions about the game. So let's watch the second video and listen to their voices.
Hello, only a few more days left till the premiere of This War of Mine. That's why we have prepared another batch of answers for your questions. Let's have a look. This War of Mine has a very specific art style. When you see the game for the very first time, almost instantly you get the sense that this will be a grim story, and that was our goal. The charcoal look really corresponds with the gloomy reality of war. Working on it, we were inspired by street graffitis and music videos from the 80s that related to the idea we had in our heads. We did a lot of research on wars that took place in the last 100 years. We've read thousands of pages of war survivors' memoirs. We've also reached out to people that lived through the siege of Sarajevo. We put all of that in the game. You won't find an exact copy of a particular situation though, out of respect for the people we spoke with. Nevertheless, everything you see in the game is drawn from the morbid reality of everyday life during a war. Unlike in most of war games, in this War of Mine you don't have to kill anyone. There are many other ways to get what you need, and with some luck and determination you can make it to the end without harming anyone. But as in real life, at some point you can run out of options and find out that the easiest way to survive is to kill someone else. However, choosing that route has consequences that are absent from other games. Children are a part of war. They don't magically disappear when things get bad, and they are often the ones who suffer the most. They lose their schools, families, parents, everything they need to have a chance for a good future. That's why you will find them in the game, and that's why we've decided to support War Child. Each scenario is randomized and differs in a number of ways. Sometimes you will need to survive several weeks, which means about 8 hours of gameplay for a skilled player. Sometimes it will be a couple of months. Like in a real war, you never know when the guns will stop blazing, so better make sure you have everything to survive another day of war, hoping that it will be the last one. Thank you for your time. Remember, the game comes out this Friday on Games Republic and Steam.
Okay, so that's straight from the mouths of the devs of 11-Bit Studios, why they made the game, and inspiration for the game, partially coming from the Siege of Sarajevo. Now, those of you who've been around here for a while know that I spent several years as a history teacher. I taught elementary school for 10 years, and about half of that I was a history teacher. Not once in my learning of history, nor my teaching of history, did I ever know anything about the Balkan states. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to go do some research because I love knowing more, and I love knowing the stories behind the stories. Because that was how I approached teaching history. I didn't want to talk about, oh, here's this date and these names and this battle and this number of people who have died and this much ammunition used. That all of those, that enumeration doesn't help people to understand why war. And that's where we kind of get the fallout truism. War never changes. So I thought we could take a look, as part of the Games Lab, at the Siege of Sarajevo, because the Siege of Sarajevo is the longest, I believe, deadliest siege in the 20th century. Did you know that? Do you know where Sarajevo is? Anybody? Yugoslavia? All right, let's take a look at the map. Here's where we are. We are east of Italy, south of Hungary, and north of Greece, along the coast of the Adriatic Sea. And we'll go through a little bit of the history of this area. This is a gloss over. This area has been at war with one another, racially, ethnically, religiously, for over 100 years. So, where are we, and why is this place as besieged by one another as areas in the Middle East? So, here's the timeline-ish, or the parameters, fence lines of the Siege of Sarajevo. This war of mine inspired by the Siege of Sarajevo. It is the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. That is one place, Bosnia and Herzegovina. One place. And there's Sarajevo, the capital. Sarajevo was under siege by Serbian forces. Two different armies from April 5th, 1992 to February 29th, 1996. That's the official ending date, when the siege was officially declared over, even though NATO and the United States came to an agreement, the Dayton Agreement, which ended the siege on the 14th of December, 1995. 1,425 days. That is, according to Wikipedia, more than a year longer than the siege of Leningrad, 3 times longer than the Battle of Stalingrad. So for all those people who've studied World War I and World War II and all of the bigger wars, the siege of Sarajevo is considered the longest siege of a capital city in the history of modern warfare. During that 1,425 days, 70,000 Bosnian soldiers were protecting about, now these estimates, look, number's gonna number. There's lies, damn lies, and statistics. There are estimates as low as 350,000 people. So the numbers are everywhere because of the war crimes committed. There is a very deliberate effort to obfuscate how many people were eliminated over the course of this war. During several months of the siege, the population, for 6 months at a time, would have no gas, no electricity, no water. Now, I have a personal connection to that because I just went through a week where midnight Wednesday morning, the power went out because of windstorms. The power did not come back on until Thursday night around 7:30 for about an hour, and then it went off again. So I was here at my desk reading because the RV has batteries, so I can have light. I could not have heat unless I turned on the propane furnace, but then I had to make a decision of, well, I need to make sure I have enough propane to make food and coffee so I can heat water. Water heater was off. We don't need hot water. I can make hot water in the kettle. But I had to eventually turn on the propane furnace because it was 44 degrees outside, which is, what is that, around 10 or 12 C? And it was only about 55 inside. So I will absolutely be rethinking how I have prioritized the stove, the heater in the game. Because there was a point late in the day on Thursday when I finally turned the furnace up to 62. And I thought, oh my God, I am never going to be warm again. And I was wearing thermals and sweats, layers upon layers, plus my outdoor winter coat and my knit watch cap with all the hoods up and gloves inside. Thankfully, I have food to last for weeks and weeks. So I was never in a moment where I had food insecurity. And I have plenty of coffee and tea, so we had that going for us. But that is, and that was what, not even 48 full hours that it was gone? And by the end of that second day, I was exhausted. The muscles in my neck and shoulders were bound up. After 2 days, and we're talking about these people going on for 6 months. No gas, no electricity, no water. And we manage that very well in my area because I live in an area that gets hit very hard by wind. Every year, there is at least one windstorm that knocks out all the power. And one year we were out for 3 to 4 days because there were actual poles that were snapped. The wind was so strong. We get gusts up 50, 60 miles an hour sometimes if it's really bad. Now, I'm also very fortunate the temperature outside was not below freezing. But by the time I got to the end of 48 hours, I felt like I was never going to be warm again. Everything hurt. I could barely function. I didn't want to eat anything because I hadn't really burned any calories except trying to keep myself warm. Get up and walk around and do laps to kind of inside to kind of keep the blood moving and keep yourself as warm as you can be. But your brain is constantly on, when's it coming back? When's it coming back? When's it coming back? When's it coming back? And I did not have to worry about water. I had plenty of water access because we have a community well. But estimated over that 1,425 days, per day, 8 dead, 45 wounded. And there is a statistic out there that says 521 children were killed. Most children, by the end of the siege, had either been hit by sniper fire or seen a friend hit by sniper fire. Because initially the Serbian forces that gathered around the city only numbered about 13,000, but they were shelling the city nonstop. And there were agents apparently inside the city causing additional problems. So why? Why did this happen? Also the fact that at the end of that, the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia convicted 4 Serb officials for numerous counts of crimes against humanity, which they committed during the siege, including terrorism. They had concentration camps. They were racially, ethnically, religiously gathering people up to kill. So in addition to not knowing if you were going to have food, you didn't know if there was going to be some soldier coming to your house and pulling you out of your home. Was it even safe to go help your neighbor? So why would Serbian forces surround Sarajevo? What possible reason could they have? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you a little bit of history and how the history of this area is deeply convoluted, and it is shocking to me that in an area that's you just imagine states in the United States, if you're in the US, I mean, this is 6 republics that were released to their own accord after the breakup of the former Yugoslavia. So let's see what that was. Here are the 6 republics that used to be part of Yugoslavia, and we'll get into how that even happened. Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Serbia, and Macedonia, that is now called North Macedonia, although I don't think there even is a South Macedonia. It's just called North Macedonia. And how did all of this come about? Oh boy, when and where are we? So this is our location. We're in the Balkans, not the Baltics. The Baltics are up Estonia and all on the Baltic Sea, I believe. Is that right? Oh, don't ask me geography. Ah, that's why I put the map in here. But we're talking about over 100 years ago. I mean, and I'm not even going into the 19th century stuff. I just went to the most recent creation of Yugoslavia happened after the collapse of Austria-Hungary at the end of World War I. They were all part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and then when Austria-Hungary broke away, or collapsed, the area of 6 republics was bound together as a place now called Yugoslavia. And the Serbian nationalists were kind of a dominant force during that time. Let's see. Okay, no, that just goes into, sorry, I'm dipping back and forth to some of the Wikipedia pages that I pulled up for background information. So from 1918 to, it wasn't all the way to 1941. Am I missing a page? Yeah, this is just... There we go. Nope, and I don't want to give out wrong information. Sorry, I am still here. There was still a lot of shit that went on between 1918 and 1945. But before 1945, in World War I, Mussolini from Italy, fascist Italy, leaned over to the Balkan states and began to support the Ustaše. And they were Croatian fascists. So here we are, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. So we have Serbian rule. Now we have the Croatian rule. And in 1945, at the end of World War II, they became the Socialist Federal People's Republic of Yugoslavia. And that was all under Joseph Tito. The regime under Tito believed in suppressing nationalism, which, as we can see in that area, we have a lot of folks who are trying to take control of everybody else and be the ones who are in charge of everything. So there's a whole lot of different ethnic groups. There are several different religious groups. You have the Orthodox Church, you have the Roman Catholic Church, you have Islam as the big players in the region. And of course, we all know they get along great. When Tito died in 1980, I mean, there he was basically holding this place in an iron grip. And he dies 1980. Everything flipped over. Nationalism experienced a renaissance. According to the Wikipedia, Serbian nationalists, Bosnian nationalists, Croatian nationalists, and everybody tried to take charge. In 1990, the League of Communists of Serbia leader, Slobodan Milosevic, took control of the loose agreement of the Republic states. There was still kind of a parliament. There was representation. But when Slobodan Milosevic took control, Croatia and Serbia declared independence. That then threw everything out of whack again. And that's when the Serbs decided that they were going to siege Sarajevo and take Bosnia-Herzegovina by force. Now, that's a very, very loose dusting of the history of the area, because people, you don't have all the Serbians living in Serbia and all the Croatians living in Croatia. People were marrying and migrating and taking jobs in different areas. And so there was a lot of crossover and a lot of people living in capital cities that were not their same ethnic group, who wanted representation in those cities. On the 6th of April in 1992, the Serbian forces began their shelling of Sarajevo. And I watched video from ITN about the shelling. And there are also accounts. In fact, I can read that to you. Let's come up here to just chatting for a minute. So, Yugoslavia was created as a result of the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Everybody did try, I guess, sort of, to get along, very similar to the city-states that existed in ancient Greece. And the area has always been significantly fractured. Different groups took control. Croatian fascists committed hellacious war crimes under communist rule. The Stasi is known for its terrorist tactics, and I believe the concentration camps, all sorts of things. You can dive into this whole region on your own if you like. I can give you links and things like that. But what I would like to do now is let me drink some of my tea. Thank you for hanging out with me for all of this. We will be playing the game today as well. The Christian Science Monitor is a media publication that I have put a lot of stock in, because they take the time to be nonpartisan in their reporting on things. But this is from an article called Lights, Water, Action: Life in Sarajevo Returns to the Basics. This is an article from 1995, right after the conflict was about to be resolved, I believe. I think this article is from October, and the ceasefire was, or the Dayton Agreement was brokered in December. The article reads, "It's been months since Vera Katorsin, a Sarajevo grandmother, has taken a bath. But yesterday, as her son-in-law went to fetch water, Mrs. Katorsin said the time had come." Katorsin's joy at such a simple pleasure was prompted by the return of gas, electricity, and some water to the battered Bosnian capital after almost 6 months of deprivation. Just a moment. Serb forces cut off utilities in May as they continued a 3.5-year siege of the city. Sarajevans had grown accustomed to broken UN promises to break the siege and protect them. Only after the U.S. pushed NATO to bomb the Serbs into retreating last month did life begin to return to normal here. and people cheered Tuesday's resignation of the UN's unpopular envoy, Yasushi Akashi, seen as too lenient toward the Bosnian Serbs. Serb attacks on the capital, killing hundreds, were by far the worst part of the siege, but the deprivation of utilities made life a tedious regimen of fetching water and chopping wood. To bathe, residents had to carry water in canisters from a spring or public water spigots, then pour cold buckets over their heads. For cooking or heating, they had to chop and carry wood. At night, they huddled around candles, longing for the day they would be able to run their television sets, turn on lights, and listen to music. But their 6 months of urban camping ended, at least for the time being, as gas and electricity began to flow into the city on Tuesday. Water was expected to follow shortly. The restoration of utilities to Sarajevo was the precondition to a much heralded American-brokered ceasefire agreement. Now, what's important to me is on the 20th of December, 1995, I was an officer in the United States Air Force, and I received orders to deploy to a tent city outside a fixed airbase in northeastern Italy in support of the UN mission here. I was put in charge of the tent city, which housed Air Force and Marine troops while they served their missions for the deployments. I was there for 4 months. I left in April of 96. And I really didn't even understand the war then. I just knew it was across the Adriatic Sea, and we were trying to help bring peace because war bad. It's kind of what the U.S. military does sometimes when NATO calls for help. Oh, we used to. Anyway. So as electricity began to trickle into Sarajevo neighborhoods, traditional Bosnian folk music blared from the windows of Hadjuk Veljkova Street. Pardon me. I know some pronunciations, but not many. Only to compete with the new rage techno beat thumping from neighboring apartments. This is 1995. The cacophonous blend, however, did not drown out the roar of vacuum cleaners and television sets blaring from the windows lining the old town's street, where people have had only some hours of rationed electricity each week. On an adjoining street, anxious residents walked around their homes, flipping switches to no avail. Electricity had not reached the silent street. "I feel cheated," says Leja. "Every few minutes I try the lights, but nothing." The electricity finally reached the street at 11 p.m. Tuesday, and residents, accustomed to going to bed early to sleep out the cold, stayed up to do household chores and watch television until the early morning hours. I couldn't believe it when I woke up, and we still had electricity. But as the Sarajevo cityscape lit up the sky for the first time in months and gas began to flow through the pipes, warnings were issued over state radio and television. The electricity will be rationed, and the gas is dangerous. The repaired electricity network is a cobbled-together patchwork designed to get bits and pieces of the city working again. Residents now have access to limited quantities of gas and electricity and risk losing their privileges if they exceed their rations. Unsafe gas. Prior to the war in Bosnia, most Bosnians heated their houses with electricity, but the limited supplies are not adequate for electric heating. When the electricity was first cut to the capital at the beginning of the war, the residents dug up their streets to create makeshift connections to the city's main gas line. The connections were crude and dangerous, often leaking gas into houses and apartments. Because the gas was not odorized, leaks were difficult to detect. Nearly 2,000 people in the city died in gas explosions, usually caused by lighting a candle in a room that had filled with unscented gas. The British Overseas Development Office has repaired thousands of illegal connections to make gas a safer heating option for the city, and state radio has begun a gas safety campaign warning residents of the dangers and instructing them of how to avoid leaks. But most residents say they do not believe the new, almost signed ceasefire that is bringing about the restoration of utilities to the capital will end the bitter war being raged across Bosnia. But they welcome the developments. I have grown to hate candles so much these months, says Miriana Malik. I never want to burn one again. As I said, even in that very scant 48 hours that I dealt without electricity, I have become so bound to electricity that it's just a part of my life to have no internet, no power. Now, thankfully, I know people who have solar, they have battery. I was able to sip a little bit of solar power, have my phone connected long enough to download long form videos off of YouTube, lots of TTRPGs, lots of things from Arcane Arcade. To tide me over. I was able to get power to my refrigerator because I have a freezer with a lot of expensive beef in it that I received as a gift, and it would break my heart to lose that food. Now, I also know how to do this. Again, I've lived here 25, almost 30 years. Oh my God, it's 28 years next year. This happens about once a year. I live in a community that is well prepared. I mean, within 6 or 7 hours of the power going out, all you hear around your neighborhood is and that's all of the generators getting cranked up. You get in the habit of knowing what your routine is going to be, and that's hunker down, don't open the fridge or freezer, do as much as you can with your propane. I'm fortunate, again, I have the RV has propane and battery power, but they're both very limited because I only have 2 little car batteries on the front. They don't hold much. So the solar was able to recharge those, keep the fridge up, and give me some time to just download videos onto my phone that has a nice long battery that would last. And I had books to read. In fact, I entertained myself by reading. Every time the power goes out, I pick up from when I bought all my D&D books. I have Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. And I don't know why I find that comforting. But I did laugh a couple of times about how I had just started playing this game on stream. And I had just done streams on Monday and Tuesday. And by Wednesday, I was living it. And how thinking of the people, the real people behind the pixels, the stories that 11-Bit Studio read, the personal accounts that these characters are loosely based on. It really hit me. Having that perspective gave me just that little bit more courage. Just like, okay, well, it's not freezing outside. You do still have water. It's bad when it's freezing outside, and then that means the heated hose isn't heated. And now I'm in trouble when it comes to water. But that's been my experience learning about the formation of Yugoslavia, the breakup of Yugoslavia, the different ethnic, religious, racial cultures in the Balkan states, learning the constant give and take of the power dynamics in that area. Croatia in charge, Serbia in charge, Bosnians in charge, and everyone kind of scrabbling for the top post to be in the most power. But then also all of the resentments that each group carries from the last time, from the current group in power, right? Because only the group in power is going to get the best cuts of meat and the nice houses and the good jobs. And the crimes of the Stasi will just never be forgotten by many people and shouldn't be. Straight up genocides. Killing off Jewish people, Roma. It just take a little flip around through Wikipedia sometime. I'll put links in the Discord.
I'm in danger.
We're all in danger, my love. We are all in danger because we live in a space of luxury thinking that it won't come here. That somehow, wait, how would we be deprived power or water? Do you know what those data centers use a lot of? I mean, there's a whole lot of very small pieces that could fall into the right places that would cause really severe crises for large groups of people. Also, I hope you're doing well. I know you were part of our power outage. Did you manage to struggle through? You guys had power well before we did, but certainly not that. I mean, you were still out, what, 36 hours? Well, we are coming up on time to take a quick break. You've been busy. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, that's right. It's the 20th. Merry Christmas, everyone. And whatever, happy holidays. Every holy day. If you have a holy day coming up, I hope you have a happy one. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Okay. What we're going to do is take a quick 2.5-minute break. That here endeth the lecture. Here endeth the sermon. That's everything I really have to say about the background on this. We can always do a Q&A in the Patreon if anybody wants to. This will be uploaded to YouTube after the fact. But now I would like to go take a look at some of the DLC in the game. And like I said, I realize just how cold 15C can be when you don't have any heat. So, I think I had it. It was down to 12C inside. What do we have now? Yeah, right now it's only 7C outside. So, we're gonna take a quick 2.5-minute break. I'm gonna invite everybody. Just go ahead, stand up, get a little stretch, heat up your cup of tea, and we'll come back and actually pull the game up and do some DLC content. There's lots of story content in the game, and I think after a little bit of a classroom discussion there about the history of this area and the parameters of the siege of Sarajevo, quick facts that it'll be nice to maybe play a bit of the story stuff more than just the can you survive? So I'm going to hit some buttons. You're going to get some pretty music, and I will see you in 2.5 minutes. BRB. And welcome back from the break, everybody. Thank you, everyone who hung out for the first portion of our show today. That will be available on YouTube afterwards. And oh no, I already hear sirens outside. We're having more wind today. Thankfully, none of the wind gusts that took everything out the other day. So there still could be damage. People, trees fall and hit cars and things like that. So I mean, there's always a hazard when the wind kicks up. Hopefully we keep power this time. I really kind of don't want it to go out, but I'm so paranoid about feeling like I'm never going to be warm again. I currently have it at like 72 degrees in here. Because if the power goes out, at least that'll take a little while to go down. But anyway, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you are tuned into Grandma Plays a Game. Hello, my love. Welcome in. Make yourself cozy in the pillow and blanket for it. Did I get blankets on anyone out there today? Kid Senpai, I think, got a blanket. Let's get Jen. Let's get Wolfie. Anybody else need a blanket? Okay. Alrighty. Well, let me oh, I can hear the wind howling. The storm the other night was so bad. It actually felt like I was in an earthquake zone for about 6 hours because of the RV being so susceptible to getting thrown around by the wind. All right, Here we go. Let's get the gameplay up so you can see. As always, please keep me posted on microphone sound, game sound, or any of that stuff. This is the one that I really want to play. The Last Broadcast. I feel like A Father's Promise is going to be a little bit too much Joel and Ellie energy for me, and I have no desire to do that. I don't really know much about Fading Embers, but it sounds really sad. And I thought Last Broadcast kind of sounded a little hopeful. So did I choose? Oh, there it is. All right. I love you, Wolfie. Thank you for being here. I know this is not a normal streaming day, but I love you. Have a good night.
Jeszcze jedną jawniam i z ratem rozruszy nad pogorony. Nocy była mirna, wystarczy. Samo myśleli się o wszystkim, raz, przecież jeszcze. Nie budzi się uwieranie. I czemu, aż dużo Kako bismo prenosili informacije, kako bismo rekli, ono što treba biti rečeno. Glas koji ostaje nečujen, vaš glas pogoren.
So I don't know how the stories differ from the main game. Okay, who are our characters? Introduce me. Malik and Esma live in an abandoned broadcasting station where Malik used to work as a radio host. His wife jokes that the mortar shell which destroyed their house has fulfilled his secret wish. Now he doesn't leave work at all. Although war has scattered the radio crew to the four winds, Malik keeps broadcasting the news that Esma gathers during her searches for supplies. The words of truth he can deliver to the people of Pagoran are for him as much a livelihood as the food hard won by his wife. Their son, Adem, enlisted when the war broke out. They no longer talk about him. Malik is disabled. I used to be a morning radio host before the war. I would share celebrity gossip with my listeners, give them traffic updates and feel-good stories. Everything has changed since the start of the siege. Now there's little time for trifles, but words can bring hope, and current news can save lives. I have more purpose than ever to run my radio station now, and even though Esma thinks I'm driven, I've never felt more part of this community. People of Pagoran need me, and I will continue doing everything in my power to help them. He's a smoker. He's abstinent. From drinking? Is that specifically... I wonder if that's specifically regarding alcohol. Okay. Esma sneaks quietly. Oh, nice. I got a sneaky girl. She's a smoker. She's also abstinent. Okay, so maybe that means they're not drinkers. Since there's not any sort of sexual component to the game that I've encountered yet. Rule 34. But, the next... If they're already smokers, then the next biggest thing I can imagine that being is alcohol. This place is all we have left of our former lives. I'm severed from my friends, my home, and even my son. Every night I pray that he's alive and well. Malik is really all I have left, and his closeness keeps me sane. He finds purpose in his radio broadcasts, and I help him however I can. He's a good man who puts the well-being of others above his own. So it's up to me to look after him and protect him. Okay. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff already. Okay. Malik is not very quick. We have a rainwater collector. It's 7 a.m. Esma, can I have you go here? And Malik, what's this mean? He's gonna listen for some useful information. Good, good. Okay, do you have anything? We got nothing. Alright, I need to get you on the move, baby. Alright, let's get you... Oh, no. We gotta get all the stuff that does not require shovels yet. Oh. I didn't switch characters. Okay. You can right-click or double-click, and that'll get people to hop too. Okay, grab everything. Good, we have coffee. That'll be good for trading, even if you two don't need it. Okay. Nope. Grab all. Exit. Malik, can I have you do that? Yes, faster, on your crutches, sir. Esma? The door is locked, okay. Oh, nicely done, Malik. Open the door. We're gonna need a metal workshop. I don't see a metal workshop. Well, we need to get our supplies first, dear. Okay, grab everything. Exit. Malik, go to this one. Looks like we're being set up pretty well. Esma, I don't want you digging anything yet, so I'm going to send you up here, and Malik will get you over here. Quick as your little crutches will take you, sir. I know that we need to prioritize. It's 15C, so that's about 60, which is still cold. Oh, no. Malik? What's the matter? Okay, Esma? It's already 1 in the afternoon. Okay, so, ma'am, I need you to come up here. Oh, no time to lounge. Oh, is that the chair? Okay, can we make our metal workshop? Make that so we can have a shovel. Okay, Malik, can I have you go up? Can you get upstairs? At least we can roll our own cigarettes. Yeah, you have your herb thing. So can Malik go upstairs? No, he's unable to go upstairs. Okay. Esme? What do we need to make a shovel? We need more boxes. We need 5 more boxes. Alright, so I'm going to send her upstairs. And Malik, I'm going to come over here. Check out what we have going on here. So he is... what, probably trapped on this floor. Oh wait, did we have anything to roll any kind of smokes? Nope. Exit. Okay. Or 40. Alright, I need more boxes. Nice, we have a couple of smokes. Great. Okay. I thought somebody was at the door. Right, does that mean you can make a shovel yet? Or, nope. Okay. Okay, what are we looking at? Nope, exit? Sorry. A photograph of a smiling young couple. The bride is holding an infant swaddled in a blanket. Oh, it's going to be night any second. I don't think we have time to do anything else. We can't make a stove yet. She's going to have to dig through rubble. Oof. What do we have? We have chairs. We could use an armchair. We have one bed. Okay. Hard to get a good night's sleep on hard, cold concrete. We really miss books. A good book would help. Staying here is slightly better than living on. It's 3 cigarettes per day. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to keep up with everybody. I don't have any equipment. There's the night. Okay, Malik gets to sleep in the bed. Esma gets to scavenge. A park. Considered a relatively safe area, there are no buildings to attract mortar barrages, and availability of cover discourages snipers. Yeah, the ITN report footage of Sarajevo, the conditions of the buildings, man, they really nailed it here. They really nailed it here. I think the gas station is dangerous, isn't it? It's one of the very first places people looted. A few hour-long ceasefire intended to clean the whole area from civilians, but it was broken. Many people died. Neither side claimed responsibility, despite heavy shelling of the whole district. The station is in a surprisingly decent shape. It may have been looted, but it might still be worth to check out. Materials, parts. I think the thing I need is called parts. Ghost house. A man who lived there used to give shelter to people in need. He either died or fled after his home had been ravaged by mortar fire. Since then, the house stands abandoned, and the neighborhood kids say that it's haunted. Ooh. Alright, hang on. Let me grab my cup of tea real quick. And we'll pick a spot and go prepare. To be fair, I'm still not entirely sure what the indicators are really telling me. Lots of, huge amount. I kind of feel like this is going to be the place. I don't need weapons yet. Let's start. Might as well take the thing I have. I don't need that. Stop it. Good. We have some water so we can make food once I get a... Did we have a stove? I didn't see a stove. Alright, off you go, Esma. Let's see how you do. Okay. Oh, is it blocked from the other side? Okay. Wait, can you go up? Alright, I'm gone. I was not paying attention. So a lot of times you can tell who's where by watching doors open and close. So if I make her run at all, she's going to attract a lot of attention. We're just taking everything. Okay, I think he's coming back. What's this? An empty magazine from an army issue assault rifle. Alright, let's check this last one. We only have 2 spots left. So we might do a quick exchange. I wonder if she can jump. It's only midnight. Some military papers. Looks like supply manifests. Most of the supplies are routed to the military base, but there is a puzzling delivery of food and supplies for a child addressed to Bagel's place. Where's the dude? I don't see him. There he is. He's got a line of sight on me. Shit, he hit me. Whew! Sweaty palms. All right. Well, we need to put her to bed. All right, let me take a look around the place real quick. No, she didn't grab anything newsworthy, but she did get a lot of materials, so that's good. That's the bed. Okay. Esme, we're gonna put you to bed. Yep, you have no news to broadcast. She's hungry. Do we have a stove already? I see a fridge. I don't see a stove yet. Vinyl records with good music. Let's see if he can listen to something. I think that's his dynamic. She can kind of sleep off some of that slightly wounded condition. Yeah, see, recovering. I'm gonna let him listen for stuff and then try to make a stove. I think he can get to here. It won't be quick, but he can do it. Thankfully, we got her to clean out everything up here yesterday. So that's our rainwater collector. And we have kind of a veg garden. Yeah, have a nice smoke. You'll be all right. Can he go up and down? I thought he went up and down the stairs, doesn't he? No, he does not. Can you dig? I mean, I hate to do this to you, but you do get to sleep all night. Okay, we're on day 2. I should pull up my spreadsheet so I can see if I have enough stuff to make a stove. Let me take a look at our things. What do we have? We got a few more boxes. We should have enough to make a shovel. That will definitely help some stuff. But a stove to cook has to be a pretty big priority. Okay, can he... Yeah, we don't have a pickaxe. So no, he can't go downstairs. He can only do stuff here. Well, let's... Yep, you gotta fight to the last breath, Malik. You do whatever we have you able to do. I mean, he can do the herbal stuff and the rainwater collector. Okay, Esma is no longer tired. So I need her... Oops. Exit. Esma, I need you to go make us a cooktop. And and then make some food. Maybe we'll get some help. Cooktop. Much as I hate to put it there. Oh, I can put it here? Okay. It doesn't have to be next to the fridge, right? If I regret this, we'll just start over. Because the more stuff I put in reach of Malik, the better. I think. I don't know. I don't know how to play the game. I'm just learning. We've run out of cigarettes already? Damn. Sucks to be us. Malik, can you... Okay. Oops. Nope. Esma, can you make food from here? Okay. I think we might need rolling papers to do the cigarettes, though. Okay, make foods. Make 2 food. Oof. Oh, that's very nice. 1 amogus, 1 veg. Okay. Hot bath, some peace and quiet. I hear you, baby. Okay, what else can we make? Knife would be nice. How about something for the rainwater collector? Ouch. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to go find more. I also have to remember to try not to use everything every day. Okay. Malik, since you're right there, go take care of this. Oh, this poor dude. Alright, that'll get us more water. Okay, good. So she's only slightly wounded. And we don't have a shovel. Alright. He's gonna sleep in the bed, and she's gonna scavenge. And I think I'm gonna send her to the park. Just go. We don't have anything useful. I mean, if I had a crowbar or something. If I need the lockpick on a later run, I'll take it. But for right now, let's just go scavenge. I've never been to the park before. Thank you, everybody who's hanging out in the Pillow and Blanket Fort. I mean, I feel like they're kind of trying to loot kite me a little bit. Oh no, you can't. Alright, up. You need a saw to do that. God, this artwork is so amazing. Can you get to here? Malik is going to start getting sad if we don't find some news or something for him. Okay, take everything. Let's go to this one. Take everything. Now I have a saw, so let's go make this happen. Oh wait, before I go, hang on. Let's go right here. Open that backpack. And... I didn't mean to drop the saw. I got to clicking. Right. So we don't need any of that to scavenge down here. Hell yeah. Alright, I don't even need you to be quiet. It's not even midnight yet. Oh hey, there's a buddy. I do not want to kill you. Hi. Have you been trapped in there? Oh, you poor thing. Hi. Don't want to go back through the park. Sniper is shooting people there. Well, do you want to come with me? Oh God, thank you so much. If you want to get through the park, be careful. The main alley is under sniper fire. Okay. Are you sure? Go see for yourself. You might get through if you're fast, but it's risky as hell. Thanks. I need to be absolutely sure. Wait for that son of a bitch to reload. Watch out, the main alley is under sniper fire. Fucker shot 2 people already. My bastard, people should know about this. New information gained! Try to get to the other side? I don't know that I should. Oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. That looks like a body. Wait for it. Cover to cover. Oh no, we got hit. He's lethally wounded? Uh-oh. My loot whore got the best of me. I'm so sorry. Maybe something, maybe there's bandages or something. I don't know. We got new information. Poor thing. No, take it all. 350. We still have time to scavenge. Hopefully there's an exit on this side. If there's not an exit on this side, she's dead. She ain't coming back. We have to restart. I know, there needs to be an exit over here. Come on, game. Don't fuck me on this. Yes! Oh, my poor girl. She hurt. She hurt bad. Hi, honey, I'm home. Oh man, this sucks so bad. Okay, Malik, can you... Actually, yeah, you can listen, I guess. He's sad. Save the meds for later. Oh no. So she needs bandages. Malik. Come here, buddy. Your wife is gonna die, bro. Oh no. Well, we wanted to make bandages, but Esma, I need you to run to the door. Malik, then you go finish this. Nope. Oh gosh. Hang on. Malik, go do your broadcast. Esma, you got any news? Coffee's becoming impossible to get. The word is that there won't be any deliveries until the next aid drop. When will that be? Nobody knows, so the price is going to soar. Thanks. Can we trade now? Please. He doesn't have really much else. We're not coffee drinkers, so I don't have to worry about that. What does he want from me? We need our tobacco. Oh, wait, I have this. It won't do? Valuable bartering item. Want a teddy bear? What does he want? Fine, we have a deal. Oh, I went too far. Wow. Look, I'm a really good scavenger. What else do I have that you want? Want some of this? I bet you do. That's what he really wants. Right? I don't think we have a still yet. Got about 5 minutes to an ad break. Okay, deal. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think we can get any more. Yeah, medicine is way too precious. Oh, he'll let me have the lockpick? Okay. We can at least roll up some cigarettes. Thank you. Okay. Let's get you bandaged. And then go to bed. And she's doing pretty good for lethally wounded. Malik. Let's get you to make some food for everybody. Thank you everybody in the Pillow and Blanket Fort for keeping me company and for enjoying this game. Okay. I know we need at least 2. So let's get her... shovel! Ten of 18. Okay. Yes, you do have to let people know about the sniper in the park, so why don't you go over there and do that? I thought he already did that. Damned army thugs. I need her to just go to bed. Okay. She's bandaged, but she needs to go to bed. We might have to skip scavenging tonight. We have to warn people. We did warn people about the sniper in the park, buddy. You guys can eat tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna pause the game. Pause, pause. Pause, pause. And I'm gonna hit some buttons, and we're gonna take a 2.5-minute break. You're gonna get some pretty music, and I'm gonna go stand up and refill my hydration vessel of choice. I invite you to do the same, and we will be RB. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Get a little hot water in my tea. Thank you everyone who's hanging out in the Pillow and Blanket Fort today for our special Patreon combo. We did a quick what do you want to say, broad stroke, soft brush recap of the events that inspired this game called This War of Mine from 11-Bit Studios, November 2014, inspired by the siege, partially by the siege of Sarajevo. They looked at lots of wars and the effect of war on the people of a region. And this just speaks to my heart because this is very much the way I tried to approach teaching history. By the way, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're watching Grandma Plays a Game. I'm Grandma. This is my channel where I play games. And We are trying to keep Esma alive. We let her get shot twice. This poor woman has me as a player, and I'm new to the game, and um don't loot the bodies. Okay. But thank you for hanging out with me and enjoying this beautiful game, which I got to live for 48 hours last week. Sort of. In a very... Oh, hello. Yes. Poor mouse. All right. We pause the game. He's hungry and sad. Where's... Esma's in bed. Lethally wounded. Bandaged. Recovering. Okay. Nobody has any news. Well, we did just get some news. I think I might just end the day. She's gonna sleep in the bed. And he's gonna sleep on the floor or in the chair or something. We're gonna stay. No way am I gonna try to send her out. Oh no. Okay. Malik slept poorly. He can't get down here to do any of that. Can he make anything? Might be able to send him with the pickaxe off to the right. Nope, we can't make a bandage. We could make some cigarettes. That'll help keep spirits up. Hopefully nobody comes to the door. Let's get her to eat. And then... lie down again. Okay, and Malik... Buddy, I'm gonna ask you to try. All I can do. You can be in the bed tonight if Esma's well enough to go out. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so... I'll tell you what, if you get through this rubble, then you can go have food. Make a deal? What do you think? What do you think, buddy? That's a brave guy. Oh, that is gonna take a while. Okay. Now, their conditions will change in real time. So my goal is just to get her well enough to go out tonight. But I'm pretty sure I did not see a still anywhere. You need some sleep? Alright, why don't you go have some food? And I'll let Esma sleep as long as I can stand it. And then I think I could send her down here. We have a... Okay, we have the lockpicks. Good. None of that looks like locked cabinets. You did let the people know about the sniper in the park. Hey, Esma, how good are you at moving quickly now? Oh yeah, she can jog. She's gonna be just fine. There we go. We've got moonshine, but we need to be able to distill alcohol. Do we have enough time to get up there? Oh, did he... Do I have to click this? Oh, no. Oh, I did not understand the dynamic. I thought... After I brought it up. Okay, my bad. We probably had some people lose their lives unnecessarily. I had a brush with death in the park, but I'm alive. Alright. No, we don't need to do that. Watch this damn pickaxe break. Well, let's get some more of that going. Damn. It really is. Oh no, she's not gonna make it. Now she's tired. Oh no. Everybody's tired. Yeah. Well, we gotta keep you out of... Alright. We've gotta check this out. There might still be something important to broadcast. Materials, weapons, parts. See, some food, some meds. Alright, you need to get out there, just be as quiet as you can in case that soldier's still there. Alright, let's go look. Oh, no, 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 no. to get this woman killed. New information gained. Yes. Okay, nice and quiet, honey. If he comes back, then we can get the fuck out of here. So here he comes. Nothing here. Nice and quiet, honey. No, we don't need that. Actually, I need you to just run to the exit. Oops, she can't run. Who am I kidding? Alright. That's all Esma can do for us tonight. Poor thing, she's gonna die. That man's gonna shoot her in the back. She got a full backpack, Malik. Look at us, we're cooking with gas now. Alright, good. She's feeling better? Okay, good girl. Oh, let's look at our bios. How can the army terrorize innocent civilians? That bloody sniper. I hope the rebels get him. They'll know what to do with him. Hungry, wounded, very tired. Alright, Malik, you're not even tired. I need you to go broadcast. Esma, I need you to go straight to bed. These poor people. I'm trying not to kill you. It's not really the thing I'm best at. Okay, broadcast. I can't believe I didn't understand the mechanic. Sorry, game. Right? Damned army thugs. We got news. I'm not sure what this one is doing. Scan the channels. Okay. Oh, he's sick now? Oh no. No. Well, after this he can go make some herbal meds. Oh no. Esma. 6 years later. She didn't get hit again, did she? That's still the wounded from before. She was lethally wounded, then it went to severely wounded, and now it's just wounded. She'll get there by noon. We got more news. Rebel and government forces are engaged in violent skirmishes throughout the city. Some areas have been completely cut off, while others are seeing heavy fighting. That's 3 newses on day 5. That damned radio broadcast compromised my position and people stopped using the route through the park. Someone should do something about that rogue broadcaster. Uh-oh. We might need to make a knife. Hey, Malik, we'll do food in a minute. Thank you. I heard your warning about the sniper in the park. Yay! I'd hate for you to get killed. We can't make any of these? No, we don't have any distilled alcohol. Alright. It used to be on my daily route. You probably saved my life. Yes! Give me a better deal! Got any alcohol? Okay. I know. Okay, what do I have to exchange? Nothing special. Common stuff. Nothing special. Common stuff. Nothing special. Man, we just need to get healed, that's all. Does he like sugar? No, he does not. Does he like water? Nope. What does he like? Does he like books? Do you like book? Damn. Well, to be fair, Esme is more important. He won't even give me the bandage for that. Heckin' heck. These did okay last time. Okay, we have a deal. How much of a deal? It won't do. Okay, we have a deal. I don't think I can get anything else. It would cost you. You can have it for almost nothing, I know. But for some reason you want it. I guess we just have to take the deal we can make. Alright, thanks, mate. I can't get rid of my pickaxe right now. Unless I think I can make another one. Do I think I can make another one? What? He acted like that was good stuff. I can't get it back. He won't. It won't do try harder. No, I just did a bunch of that. It's probably, I can't part with that. What about water? You don't really, no, we already tried water. It would cost you quite common. Okay, not common enough, I guess. He said almost nothing. Okay, that's too much. I know the excitement of all of this is probably just riveting. Okay, if he was willing to let me do this, I have to do it. Okay. Okay, okay. And now, Esme, go to bed. Malik, we need to get some food done. I don't think we have any vegetables. He's hungry and sick, but I don't know how to get the medicine to him because I don't think he can get down there. Last time I tried to send him down there, he wouldn't go. Oh wait, we got her some bandages for a reason. Okay, he needs to go broadcast. And we need a third person. So I guess that lights up gold. Yeah, there's nothing new. Okay. She needs to go to bed. She's only gonna get a few hours of sleep. If any. So he can't get to this. No, he's not even moving. Oh, man. I think I can go back to the park, though. I know, but you can't have medicine because you can't get downstairs, so I don't know how to get it to you. Yeah, you'll make it. Can we upgrade our stove yet? So close. That would be so nice. Can we upgrade our herb shop yet? No, that's a ways off. Alright, end the day. He's gonna sleep in the bed. She's gonna scavenge. Nope. She's gonna sleep in the bed. He's gonna sleep regular. And we stay home. She's very tired. Can't believe I did that. The night was calm. Woo! Well, they're coming for me, so... We gave out like 3 broadcasts yesterday. He's hungry again? Why don't you listen for some more news and see if we got anything? Hungry and wounded. How do I get the medicine to him if he can't get downstairs? Oh, shit. That's so close. It's gonna use up half the boxes. And I need how many? Can I make a stove at all yet? Yes. Man, the more stuff I could put up here, the better, but it's all full up. And he can't go upstairs. I should put it right under the bed. I just don't think there's any more room in here. Oh, there is. Hey-o. There we go. We can do a stove. That'll help with our sleep, maybe. I thought I gave her bandages. Yeah, we gotta get some meds, but even if I get them, I can't get them to you. Hang on. So, Mallet, come here. So he cannot go here at all. He cannot use the stairs. Alright, then he needs to go to bed. I guess I have to make... I don't know... Shit. Yeah, he just stares at me. I don't know what to do. Alright, Esme, I know we're all going to be devastated if we stop helping people. Man, we're hosed. I don't know how I get my little people to make it. Alright, let's take a look. Seizure or not, this is still our home. We could use an armchair. I need to go someplace tonight where there's some food. Maybe we go to the ghost house. Was there food at the ghost house? I don't think I can make anything. Nope. There's not even a chair she can sit in. Well, you got some smokes. That'll help with the appetite. If I remember my smoking days correctly. Okay, so if I let him sleep, he starts recovering. Alright, we're just gonna have to end the day and hope that she's not tired. Okay, she's hungry wounded. He's hungry sick. Food. Ingredients. You just gotta go. I don't have any other options. So that should mean the sniper is gone. Ferris wheel in the background. Is she limping? Oh, do I have to climb from here? Oh, none of that's food. Door is locked. Damn, we're fucked. Alright, you're gonna have to go back to your other pile. Yeah, I missed one up here. I mean, yay, still not food though. What I wouldn't give for Pavle right now. Alright, we'll go up to here. I don't remember what I left in this pile. It's probably not much. I took everything I could. Alright, we gotta go. There's nothing else I can get to here. Hopefully Malik is feeling better. I don't have any news for him. Malik is feeling much better. Okay, good. So he's sick and recovering. I need him to go listen for news. And I need her to just go to bed. I think I'm gonna make some chicken tonight. And I have leftover tomato soup with spinach. Maybe a chicken thigh and soup and a piece of garlic bread. Doesn't that sound lovely? Alright, hopefully he'll get something. I don't even know what to prioritize. They've given us so much stuff. But I also can't get to anything. Okay, he's hungry and still sick. I can put him on the pile over here. Nobody has any news. Okay, so let's get you... I know he's gonna hate it, but... Oh, we traded the pickaxe. Hang on, buddy. Esme got you. Oh, wow. I mean... We're gonna prioritize food and water. Okay, hang on, buddy. Hang on. Back you go. Go on back. Go on back. You... Can I upgrade this at all? Nope, I need a thermoregulator. Alright, go to bed. Nobody eats on day 7. What do we have? 2 cigarettes. I'm sorry, buddy. He's gonna get tired. But we need to get in there. You can do it. Oh, no. Okay, well, he's tired now. That's my girl. Come on, don't get tired. This is some developer bullshit going on right here. Ah, strong girl. Oh, now she's tired. Did we get through? Okay. She can't make it. We have to stay. Sorry, but we have access to more stuff in the house now. We got raided. Fuck. She has some ugly looking wounds. God damn it. These two are fucked. They are not gonna make it. You should have had a better player come take care of you. Oh, I can't make a crowbar. Alright, well, I can make a lockpick. have no food. Probably get the trader come today. I don't think I have anything. I think you need the fertilizer thing to put in here. I know, buddy. Very hungry, severely wounded, and sad. Oh, fuck me running. Oh, he's not bringing me any news. I mean, he does like these pickaxes, to be fair. And I don't have any water. Um... We need gun bits to make equipment. What does he want? Probably one of these. Oh, no, he doesn't. Look, that shitty pickaxe is about to break anyway. Can't make food. I don't have any water. Really? These fucking bandages, though. Well, I guess she's just gonna die. Damn. Says it's quite common. We had a deal before. Oh, I don't want to be very generous. We can't eat the sugar. Alright. New broadcast available. He must have had some news or something. Current weather forecast. Overcast throughout the entire southeast Grasnavia. It's getting colder every day. Make sure you have enough firewood if central heating is unavailable where you live. Broadcast it. Get it out there, Malik. Okay, well, I can send him over here now. Yeah, we don't have time to make anything. This is lousy trying to do this with 2 people. I saw on Reddit somebody had just done it like a whole solo run. Oh, that's right. We're supposed to upgrade the workshop so that we can patch this place. I forgot about patching the hole. We can't even get to the holes in the wall. Oh, yay. Planks. This is painful. See, I can't get him to take that. Equip it. Use it. Snack. You can't go down any stairs? Baby. Not at all? Well, I might have to call it here. My whole, sleep cycle is kind of wonk. Come on, buddy. I know you could go down the stairs. But you can't get back up, probably. Alright. I think we have... Oh, here, you could go make water. We got that filter. But see, he can't get the medicine. I can't get it to him. Is this... Oh, what was that? It unzoomed everything. Oh, he ain't never gonna get there. So does this make a whole new... No, this doesn't make a whole new medicine cabinet. He can't ever get to the medicine. He's fucked. Alright. Sound engineers for the win. Well, I appreciate everybody who's hanging out there. And this will be going up on YouTube. Nope, it's nighttime. Alright, she is in a bad state. We gotta stay. Are we gonna starve? Well, we're not, because I think I'm gonna call the game here. Night was calm. Alec is pale. He's severely sick. Esma has some ugly looking wounds. Yeah, it does not look good for these two. So, I will try this another day after I've had more practice in how to prioritize all of the beautiful, wonderful things in this game. Honest to goodness, it really does affect your thinking when you play games like this. It really does a sincere adjustment on what's important. I mean, sitting here at, 55 degrees for almost 2 days was more than I wanted to deal with, that's for sure. And sure was not ready for that to go on another day. Although some people didn't get power until the following night. So, yeah, we had an unpleasant experience here this week. But that said, I have power now, and I'm going to take advantage of that and go make myself some dinner. Please, if you get a chance, take a moment after the VOD goes up and listen in to the first hour of today's stream where we talked about the history of some of the events that inspired the game and some new history to me, as I've not ever studied the Balkan region, even though I served there. I went back and pulled out my medal. I was like, I know I got a NATO medal for that. I did. I received a medal from NATO. That was nice. Um, Honestly, if you're going to have to live in a tent city, doing it an hour from Venice, it's not like we were being shelled. So it wasn't, I mean, we weren't the ones having any big problems. Sleeping in a tent's not a big deal. Although it rained for like a month. December and January are kind of like here in Western Washington's sort of the rainy season. But yeah, I'm going to call it because I'm a little bit weary. Pre-roll went off again, so yeah. That'll be the game for the day. Everybody who didn't show up in chat, thank you. Please keep your blankets. You can take all the cookies. And we will be doing community games on Discord tomorrow. I might be a little bit later than usual, but I'll see you at probably around 11, maybe 12, but probably around 11. I have a phone call that I want to take before we get together. So thank you as always. You are a wonderful chat, a great community. I appreciate the absolute fuck out of you. And I will see you when I see you. Until then, please take a moment, do something intentionally kind for yourself, whether it's a kind thing you say or a mean thing you resist saying. I really believe with all my heart that kindness is something they cannot take away from us. That's another thing this game continues to reinforce, is that looking out for people, it's never going to be something you can just turn your back on unless you have nothing. And all of you out there have really participated in helping me to have something more than just the stream. For everybody who's been able to pay attention to stream and add dollary dues to the cookie jar, I am deeply indebted. And one of you became a paid member of the Patreon, and I didn't see that because it was the power went out, and then I finally had a chance to check, and I'm like, oh, there's another paid member. Oh my gosh. So thank you for that. I'd like to believe that some of what I'm doing is of value somewhere in the world. So please remember that I love you, and I will see you when I see you. All right. Bye.